What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Sohile Ali Show. It's great to see you all. I said it again. I back to back. All right. Well, it's great to be here, and I really hope you're doing well. We are back for another episode, and I'm very excited to be talking to you all today. So with that being said, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please give us a follow. A 5-star rating would really help us out a lot. And be sure to follow and add it to your library so you don't miss any episodes. Why would you want to, right? And if you're watching on YouTube, please give us a like, comment below, and subscribe for all future episodes. And really appreciate it. We got 2,000 YouTube subscribers, so, every little bit adding to that really helps out. And finally, if you want to support me in this show, I would really appreciate it because no one else is. But if you want to support the show, there's a link in the description for the Spotify Anchor supporter link if you want to support every month. That'd be really great. Okay, guys, I'm really excited to be back talking to you all today. It's been a minute. The last solo episode went really well. I was really happy with the feedback, learned some things, and hopefully keep this going. I am looking to get a guest for February, so stay tuned for that. Last month we had TJ Worry, which was a great interview, but really looking to get a February guest, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But for today, man, we're going to be catching up with you all. We're going to be talking about some trending topics, including, but not limited to, Jon Stewart returning to The Daily Show. That's very exciting. Can't wait for that. Shane Gillis is going to be hosting SNL. The famed, canceled Shane Gillis from SNL. That's going to be great. Elmo asked a question on Twitter. Did you guys see this? This was ridiculous. So we're going to be talking a little about that. And the new Apple Vision Pro. I may or may not have got to test one out in depth. So definitely want to tell you all about that. We'll do a little weekly recap as always. I'll go run through some new bits I'm working on. We'll shout outs and then upcoming shows. And then that'll be it. Yeah, so please, again, follow, share, like the pod. If you want to support it, the link is there to support it as well. Okay, so with that, let's just jump in to trending topics, all right? We're going to be talking about the first thing here, which is the return of the king. Mr. Jon Stewart is returning to guest host The Daily Show on Comedy Central on Monday evenings. Now, I, for one, cannot wait for this. I know a lot of people were super excited when the news dropped. In the last podcast episode I did, I actually talked about how The Daily Show needs to figure itself out. It needs to know, where it's going, and they need to kind of figure out a plan. And then, right after I recorded, they announced this Jon Stewart news. So that was very exciting. And I need some coffee right now because I'm just so excited to keep it going. But yeah, man. So yeah, it was announced that Jon Stewart's going to be guest hosting on Mondays, right? And what this is it's his return to the desk, where he pretty much created news satire as a form. Obviously, The Daily Show was around before him, but as the joke goes, who really remembers it? So yeah, I think it'll be about 9 years since he was last at the desk. So I mean, how exciting is this, right? Trevor Noah succeeded him as the longtime host, and Trevor did his run, and now it's time for The Daily Show to enter the year, an election year, a huge year for politics, for this country, and to kind of figure itself out. And who better to start out the weeks than the Godfather himself, right? So I'm very excited about this. I know, the correspondents are probably very excited. The whole show, I talked a little bit about this last time we recorded, but, being an intern at that show a few summers ago was so cool. And there was still kind of remnants of, it was Trevor Noah's Daily Show, but there was still kind of remnants of Jon Stewart's Daily Show, which was pretty cool, Every so often you'd see a mug or an envelope that still had that old The Daily Show with Jon Stewart logo on it, which was pretty cool. But yeah, man, I think, so if everything goes well, this episode comes out today on Monday, February 12th, 2024. And I think that's the same night that Jon Stewart is returning. So be sure to watch The Daily Show tonight to catch him there and catch his takes on politics, man. It was crazy, Jon Stewart pretty much left The Daily Show right as Trump had announced his presidency campaign. So right as Trump was going down that escalator, Jon Stewart had the popcorn out, and he was like what the hell is going on. Little did we know what the hell was really going to be going on. But, cut to 9 years later, two terms later, fucking, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts, but, I think it's cool, they're drawing him in. His Apple TV show, unfortunately, didn't continue. That was due to some crazy things between Apple and how he felt about their relationship with China, I think, and what they were doing. But yeah, man, so shout out to The Daily Show for figuring it out and, getting us interested again in what they have going on. So very excited to see that, and I think that should be really fun. So yeah, other than that, let's see here. We can jump into the news out of Saturday Night Live. Okay, so Saturday Night Live announced that comedian Shane Gillis is going to host, and this is interesting and funny for a number of reasons, which I will get into here now. First of all, I just want to start this by saying I think people shouldn't be out to, how do I want to put this? People should not be out to like overtly defend or go against, cancel culture, right? Cancel culture, and, be like a freedom of speech, crazy person. The way I see it, yes, you have freedom of speech, right? That's what makes this country amazing. But you don't have freedom of consequence, right? Like, that's the difference. So, we all accept that we have freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequence, right? Because you have to be accountable for what you say and what you do. So, a few years ago now, that summer, I want to say 2020, it was probably pandemic summer, but like Shane Gillis was announced to be part of the new, cast of SNL, the very exciting summer announcement, right? And then like shortly after, they take it back because they pulled up one of his podcast episodes where he, does the Asian slur in there. Which I don't stand by. I mean, he was just trying to be funny, and clearly, it wasn't. It was just a podcast episode. Hell, we've said things, but yeah, that happened, right? And then Shane Gillis goes on to have an amazing career. He's an incredible comedian. I've seen him live, watched his specials. He's hilarious, and the whole SNL debacle was a big thing, right? It was kind of the first time an SNL cast member had been like quote unquote canceled before they even got on the show. So it's crazy, man. Now Shane Gillis was announced as host of an upcoming show date. I don't have it off the top of my head, but yeah, he's going to be hosting SNL. Which, like, the debacle aside makes sense. He's one of the top comics performing today. But the whole thing of, like, he was almost a cast member and the show had to, pull it back to save face, is just a very interesting layer in this whole thing, don't you think? Like, and I think he said on a podcast once that, like, if they had him back to host, that he would literally just like blow his brains out or something, like, just ridiculous, because it seemed so far fetched, Like, I don't think anyone that really had seen him would doubt that he would have, the career that he has now. But it definitely skyrocketed post the SNL thing, and it's not because of that, due to his own material and hard work and all that good stuff. But yeah, this will be interesting for sure. And a lot of comics shared this. A lot of comedians were sharing the post and was just like, holy shit, man! Like, they have him back. He's gonna get. I mean, the monologue is gonna be the main thing. This is gonna draw in a lot of people that would not have been watching SNL otherwise, right? I mean, that's kind of, I think, the idea when they choose any given host. But this one for sure caught some eyes. So I'll be watching, man. For sure I'll be watching. I just want to see what he does in the monologue. Maybe take out a fake handgun and pretend. I mean, I don't know. NBC, what are you allowed to do on there? I think it'd be cool, if Lorne came out and Lorne was like, hey, maybe offers him the job and he's like, no, I'm good. Like, he's not going to fucking go to SNL now. He doesn't need that now. But crazy, man. 4 years. Crazy how much can happen in 4 years. We started, my cousin Yosef and I started our podcast almost 4 years ago. And, well, that's what you get for having a podcast about seemingly nothing. But I don't regret it or anything. We had fun. We had a good time, and the people who enjoyed Say What, we appreciate you. But we do need to figure out what we're going to be doing together to keep that going. But I appreciate you all listening to this show, and be sure to keep up with this one as well, because this is one that I can we can keep it topical, keep it fun, loose, something you can just tune into each week, So I keep taking sips. I just need to, catch my breath every so often. But yeah, man, Shane Gillis hosting SNL. That's gonna be crazy. I feel like the sketches will be great too. His Gillian Keefe sketches are always great. Some really, really funny stuff there. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what he comes up with. I mean, like the whole thing was like he said the Asian slur on his podcast, and like it'll be interesting to see. I think Bowen Yang is I think the only cast member on there that's Asian, and I think it'll be interesting to see if they have anything together. Maybe they'll play into it. I don't know how funny they think it is now, but they're gonna be working together for the week. I think that would be cool. I think that would be really cool if they did some kind of sketch where, or maybe not a sketch, maybe in the monologue where like Bowen can come out and be like, "Hey man, like what the hell," and Shane can be like, "Dude, like fucking sorry," like, and Bowen can be like, "It's cool," or whatever, whatever they would do. I think that'd be interesting. I don't know. But I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you guys think? Do you think this is good? Do you think this is interesting? What do you think? I think it's cool. I mean, I like Shane Gillis' comedy. I think he's very funny, and I think bringing this back to SNL, this institution that a lot of comedians dream of and hope for the opportunity to be on, I think is rather interesting and cool. And for him to come back, and not come back, but to come for the first time and host, that's pretty. I mean, like there have been writers who have hosted, like John Mulaney, obviously, and like cast members for sure, but this is definitely the first time of this case, so it's gonna be something for sure, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything there. I think, I don't know who the musical guest is, maybe 21 Savage or something. But it's going to be wild, dude. It's going to be wild. Looking forward to the monologue, the sketches. I mean, yeah, he's got to go for it. But I still think it would be cool if they like acknowledged it, did some kind of acknowledgement of what happened. He's got to say something, right? He's got a whole opening monologue to kind of cover the bases and be like, this is crazy, right? Like, crazy I'm even here. So that'll be interesting. Okay, what's next? Let's get into... I guess this was kind of a trending topic here. This freaking Elmo on Twitter. Did you guys see this? Take a sip of coffee. This one was fun for sure. Okay, let's see. It's not really like anything that, I don't know, groundbreaking or whatever, but freaking Elmo asked a question on Twitter or X or whatever, and he was like, Elmo here. I'm not going to try and do an Elmo. That'd be, hurtful. It was like, Elmo just wants to know how everyone's doing, And it's like, hey, listen here, you furry motherfucker. There's a goddamn war going on in the Middle East. Depression, suicide, school shootings. What else could go wrong? Housing, the economy. I don't know. All these things are going on, and Elmo just chimes in just to be like, how's everyone doing? I mean, that was terrible. Elmo just wants to know how everyone's doing. Elmo wants to know how you are. And this thing went crazy because motherfuckers were pouring their heart out and go, you want to know how I am, Elmo? You want to fucking know how I'm doing? This is how I'm doing. Then just this laundry list of all their problems. That was crazy, dude. I mean, Josh Johnson, stand-up comedian, had the clip where I think, it went viral, where he's like, Elmo asked us one question, and we fucking lost our minds. It's like, dude, jokes aside, like, we have to check in on each other more, clearly, one fucking fake account, not fake, but like one Muppet account asks us how we're doing, and we all are just like, God. That goes to show how rare that we're even being asked that, or how rarely we're even asking each other how we're doing, That's kind of what stood out to me about this. And, oh man, it was hilarious, dude. I mean, this thing popped off, tens of thousands of retweets and stuff, and celebrities, like, I think T-Pain I saw was like, man, Elmo, my guy. But, like, man, we're going through it, my friend. We are going through it. You ask, we'll say it. You ask us how we're doing, we'll tell you. So that was pretty funny. I was in Florida 2 weeks ago. Really had a great time with my friends, and I just remember seeing this, and I was like, I gotta talk about this next time I'm back. And I need to do a better job of this, checking in on my friends. I hope you all are doing well. It's clearly this thing with Elmo showed how kind of a tough time it is right now, I think. With everything going on that I just explained. But at the same time, I think it should be a little bit of a reminder to be like, you know what? Next time you see a friend or someone just take a second to ask them how they're doing, because the next Muppet who asks is going to catch hell. So that was something there. Cool, man. What else we got here? I want to get into a little bit about this Apple Vision Pro, which my good friend and Shibui Tech founder and buddy who allowed us to stay in Florida for a week, Ethan, my good buddy Ethan, got one of these Apple Vision Pro headsets. If you haven't seen it yet, what it is this the next step in Apple's VR, or really their first thing in VR, right? Virtual reality, augmented reality as well, where it's a headset, right? It's a headset with the glass and the screen in there, multiple screens for each eye, and it's supposed to, it's got pass through, so you can see, around you. You can see through it with the cameras, but you can also immerse yourself. You can also immerse yourself fully with the virtual reality. And I'm not gonna lie, man, this thing was sick. So we were very excited. So I gotta tell the story of us picking this up and everything, right? So my buddy pre-ordered it, had it ready. He knew it was gonna be ready the day, one of the days we were in Florida, so we had it ready for pickup. He scheduled it, and so we went, and the store was packed. There's like a line to even just get in. So he had like a reservation time and everything. Apple Store, Florida Mall in Orlando. And you're looking around, and it's the day of, right? It's like the evening, but it's the day of the Apple Vision Pro drop. So you look around, and people got the big box. It's a big ass box, dude. It's like think an Xbox Series X, or think a very small mini fridge box. It was big. I'm just looking around, just like looking at these people, having it on, and you're looking around, you're going, holy shit, man, this is dystopian. It's the future. I mean, we're in it right now, and you never thought I never thought we'd walk into an Apple store and seemingly see, 4 or 5 people with these headsets on, just getting calibrated on, and I don't know, man. It's like something out of a movie or something, man. It was crazy, but so we got to experience it, right? Because our buddy Ethan, he got one, and he got walked through the whole process. He got the case. It's fitted for him. There's a whole thing with it. And he was adjusting it and everything with the Apple employee there. So that was sick, man. We took it back to where we were staying. We got to mess around with it. I got to watch a movie in it. So this was the thing that I was really excited about with this whole thing. I didn't buy one because it's out of my budget, and honestly, I don't know if I would use it that much. But this fucking thing, dude, I had it on, and my buddy had opened up Disney Plus. And it's got the app in there, and you're looking around, and you can make it's like a screen, right? So it's like you're watching a video. You can make the video screen apparently 100 inches long or something. Are you kidding me? Imagine watching porn in this thing, dude. I don't have to imagine. No, I didn't. I left that to him. But I was watching Incredibles 2 on this thing for a little bit, and then so it's like a screen hovering in front of you, right? And you can pinch, you do gestures with your hands to make it bigger, to move it around. And at one point I had entered an environment, and the environments are fully immersed virtual, places in there. So it completely takes away the outside world, and you're in this, whatever it is, mountain landscape, a theater. Mine was a theater. And it was super sick. It was like the Disney Plus theater or something. And, you turn the dial to go fully immersed, and the movie was now on like a movie screen, and the lights dimmed, and you looked like you were in like nice seating, like in a movie theater. Super cool. And I was like, okay, like I could see myself, not for, $4,000, but I could see myself digging this, It's pretty heavy, the headset. You probably get used to it after a while. But I thought it was a little bit heavy there. I thought it was a little bit, you might get a little tired. But if you're laying down like in bed or something, I could definitely see you, being able to use it a little longer. But crazy, man, crazy. Imagine watching, every night, and that's, maybe it is worth $4,000. No, that thing was wild, man. But yeah, watching the movie, good resolution too, very good resolution. I was impressed, and the UI was very smooth. It took some of us a little bit longer, but I thought the UI was pretty smooth, the user interface, and the gestures. It took some time to get used to, but definitely a next step in this whole field. I don't know, man. Virtual reality, augmented reality. What do you think? What do you think is going on with this? If you look up the videos, have you seen it? What do you think? Let me know. I'd love to start a conversation about that, because I don't know, man. I think it's pretty good. And there's been videos, like Casey Neistat got one. He did an ollie, and he was skateboarding around New York City, as he does, with it on, and I was just like, huh. Could this be our future? Could this be the next thing? I don't know, man. I don't know. Who thought we'd be walking around with these fucking things, the phones, all the time? So who knows? But I think, definitely form factor is an issue, because it's big, it's kind of bulky, it's heavy. But this is just the first one, right? Or at least Apple's first one. It's the first one that they're testing out, and I'm looking forward to messing around more with Ethan's if he'll let me. I know he's been working in it and doing stuff in it. So yeah, just thought I'd share my experience with it, my brief experience with the new Apple Vision Pro, which was pretty cool. And yeah, so again, comment below what you think. Do you think this shit's gonna take over? Do you think we need more of it? Do you think it's, it's just a fad? It's not gonna last. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Would love to hear those. All right. So that's pretty much all I had for trending topics. Appreciate you all. If you're still listening, watching, I appreciate you. Hope all is well. But I'd love to share with you all now my weekly recap. Okay, so my weekly recap included, let's see, we did not get an episode out last week. I was just getting back from Florida, but that was a great trip, with my boys Ethan, Trey, and Yosef, of course. We had a great time, great weather down there. Shout out to Ethan and his family for allowing us to stay there. A lot of fun. Great time at the parks, the Disney parks. If you're trying to go to a Disney World, or probably Disneyland too around this time, this is the time to go. It's pre-spring break, good weather, crowds weren't crazy, so we had a good ass time, man, as we always do. Let's see, but last week supported my friends Thomas Gerson and Marissa Prentice. They're comedians here in Bloomington, with their show at the Cade here in town. They had a great lineup. Luke Willoughby, Evan Friends hosted. June Dempsey, very funny comedians. And then the very funny Dan Alton headlined the show. So that was really enjoyable, really great to see them. And yeah, it was cool. We played Cards Against Humanity afterwards. Very sticky deck. It was owned by the bar. Shout out to the Cade, but we need to get them a new pack of cards, because, my God, you think you're holding one, and it was 4. So that was fun. What else? The day before I went to Florida, so this is almost 3 weeks ago now, but it was very enjoyable. I attended a show in Indy at Old National Center. It was Roy Wood Jr. and Jordan Klepper, comedians, both at one point Daily Show correspondents. Jordan Klepper is still with the Daily Show. Roy Wood Jr. is not. If you haven't heard me talk about Roy already, I think he's one of the most underrated comedians out there. He's a killer. If you can see him, definitely do it. He's amazing. I got to interview Roy on this podcast a couple years ago, and you can definitely check out that interview if you're interested. But yeah, man, got to see them. They did like a 2-man show. I think it's called like Roy Wood Jr. and Jordan Klepper Save America, like the Save America tour. They do a really fun, Q&A segment of their show. They got great bits. They got great stories to tell. It was really a fun time. I went with my mom, which was great. She's a fan of them both. Big Daily Show fan, my mom. Shout out to her. And we had a great time. Great seats. The Egyptian room of Old National, right? So they got the Egyptian room. They got a few rooms. They got the Marat Theater. Obviously, that holds a lot more people. But Egyptian room, it was pretty packed out in there. Pretty packed out. We had like the second or third row seats, so it was cool. It was cool. Would definitely recommend checking both of them out on tour. They're hilarious. I've seen them both headline, like the Comedy Attic. It has always been great. But yeah, their 2-man show is really funny. It really made me like kind of bummed that Roy isn't on the Daily Show anymore. Like I'm happy for him, and I want him to do more amazing things with his own career as he deserves it. But part of me was like, damn, dude, like having these guys banter on the show would be so good again, especially in the election year. But yeah, enjoyed that. Let's see, what else we've been up to here. Last week, talked about the trip, talked about that. Holy hell, man. I gotta tell y'all, man. So last night, I watched the movie Saltburn. Yeah, I get it now. Everyone was talking about this movie, dude. They're like, have you seen Saltburn, dude? Fuck, dude. You got to see Saltburn. It's crazy. And I was like, yeah, okay, we'll see. Like people kind of always overhype these things or overreact in my experience. So I was like, okay, let's check this out. Holy hell, man. This thing was, okay, yeah, it was about as weird as people were saying. Saltburn, fucking, dude, what can you say? I don't want to give much away, but it was an enjoyable watch, a hard watch at times, literally. No, well, I was enjoying it too much apparently. No, it was crazy, man. This movie had Jacob Elordi from Euphoria, Barry Keoghan, who is going to be the new Joker apparently, or he had a little a little cameo there in the Batman movie as Joker. And there's one shot, if you've seen Saltburn, you'll know. But there's one shot in the movie, I'm not going to give it away, but let's just say Barry's character has red on his face. And he gets into a tub. And there's like this pretty sick shot. I mean, sick literally, and sick oh, cool. There's a pretty sick shot of him in this tub that they got with the red. Again, red on his face, him getting into a tub, and it was just like his smile. And I saw it, I was like, oh, there it is. There's the Joker we might be seeing. Definitely not what he was doing. Well, maybe. I mean, if they allow it this time, if you know, you know. But shout out DJ Khaled. No, he doesn't. It's the one thing he doesn't eat. Thank you. But yeah, the movie, dude, wild, crazy twist. Honestly, it got me very much roped in the whole time. If you have the patience, if you have the evening, check it out. Don't watch it with your family or parents. If my parents or family are watching, don't watch it. Would hate to have to talk about it with you all. I love you, but no. But this is a movie you might watch with some friends or some people who aren't too uptight, maybe, or you're not most maybe not with the coworkers. I wouldn't put on Saltburn at the company party. All right. I wouldn't put it on for team bonding. You guys will bond, but you'll have to find other jobs. But it was wild, man. Man, Jacob Elordi, what can I say? Hey, man, listen. I'm consider myself a straight person. I'm sorry I have to even say that. This day and age, it seems like an aggressive thing. But I have to say that because this motherfucker, my God, hey, I get it, man. 6'5", gorgeous fucking Australian gentleman. his hair, the eyebrows. Whoo! I get it, ladies and gentlemen. I get it. And hey, man, wish him nothing but the best. Euphoria, he'll be coming back, hopefully. I mean, of course, right? That's going to be wild, man. All the Euphoria people became like movie stars, right? Fucking Sydney Sweeney, well, her movie. Him, I mean, Zendaya was already, but all these people, I mean, they've been blowing up. It's going to be crazy for them. That next season's going to be crazy of Euphoria. I mean, yeah, if what's his name, the creator, cannot, do like The Idol. I didn't watch The Idol. I just heard about it and, cringed at the recaps. If he can, if Sam Levinson can not be a fucking creep for once, no, and bring back another great season, I think it'll be huge, obviously. But yeah, man, Saltburn, what can I say? Did you guys see this? Did you see it? Comment below, let me know. Let me know what you thought, if you did see it. And again, I hope to God you didn't see it with any family in the room because, oh boy, I mean, yeah. There's that one scene everyone was talking about that I remember I was like, okay, here it is. And even then I was like, golly, man, this is, make you want to visit your lost friends, lost to the world. Anyway, okay, guys, that's pretty much the weekly. One more. I gotta give a shout out to a couple of people there, but their account is Moonroof. I think it's like LA Moonroof or something. Moonroof. They're a local. It's basically a house show in Bloomington. They're IU students. They're Jacob students. They reached out to do a comedy show, which I did last Friday. They have like a stage and great sound in their garage. That's what my whole thing was like. Moonroof, they were like right this way around the corner. I thought it'd be up, but that was the joke I had. It was the only thing I had for that. I was like, Moonroof, we're on the main floor. This would be like if I was playing the dungeon and they're like, hey, where is it? Yeah, top floor. Just keep going, look for the chains. But shout out to Vic and Jarrell, man. Y'all put on a great show. Very talented musicians. Jack Franzman, comedian in town, was on it with me. Brandon King, who I had not met before, out of Gary, Indiana. Very funny guy, was also on the show. And then Alex Alani, comedian, fucking musician, neuroscientist, or whatever he studies here, was also on it. So very interesting show. I never played a garage for comedy, and I never played so late. It felt like being at home, honestly. It was kind of like King of Comedy, where I was like, am I just in my basement right now? Like, am I at home? Because I got my setup in my garage. But yeah, man, shout out to them, man. Had a fun time. So cool. Let's just go ahead and get into some new bits. I'll run by y'all if that's cool. Just to kind of give an opportunity for me to talk through these things, see if I can find anything from them, see what you all think if you're interested. So this is WTD. Write that down, new bits. All right, here we go. Let's see here. This first one, not too much here, but I just thought it was something funny. Where like a friend of mine said, they were like, I was out shopping and I saw my therapist. Like I saw them and I immediately left. They were like, I didn't want to run into my therapist. Like I just left, and I was like, why not? It's a free appointment. Are you kidding me? How great would that be? You just walk up to them and you go, oh my God, Doctor so and so. Hey, you shop here too? This is amazing. What? How you been? And they go, oh, good. How are you? And you go, well, I'll tell you, Doc. You just like pull up a chair and just get like a quick 30-minute sesh, And that's kind of how my last few weeks have been going. And just a quick. I don't know. I think there's something there, right? They ask the second they ask you how you're doing, you're just like, well, I'll tell you. And free appointment, Maybe there's something there. I don't know. Why not? Do I have anything there? No, that's basically all I had for that. So yeah, I might try that. I might try that tonight, actually, at Hoppy's. We're going to do an open mic. Today, right now, as I'm recording, it's Sunday, the day of the Super Bowl. So I don't know who won. Probably the Chiefs, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. I don't know if there was rumor of Justin Bieber coming to perform, like do a little quick special drop in during the halftime show with Usher. I don't know if that happened yet. And I don't know how many times they cut away to Taylor Swift and what color lipstick and all that stuff yet. I don't know. It's only 5 o'clock. I haven't checked. But hopefully it was fun to watch. But anyway, all right, let's get in a couple more of these here. What I have report? Oh yeah, okay. So this was like a buddy of mine was like, I was talking about like, man, like societal problems, right? And like porn is a big problem, because porn skews your worldview. It fucks with your head. There's a whole bunch of terrible things about consuming a lot of pornography. And like a buddy of mine was talking to me, and he was like, yeah, no, like I don't have a porn problem. I just can't sleep unless I watch it. And I was like, yeah, I think you have a problem. Like no one's like, I don't have a cocaine problem. I just can't get my day going without a bump. Like that's maybe. I'm going to write that down. I just thought of that. Cocaine problem without a bump. Can't get out of bed. Relatable stuff, right? Drug people. But yeah, I was like, yeah, my buddy was like, I can't sleep. Then I can't sleep if I don't watch it. Then I'm fine. I'm like, I wouldn't call that fine. Okay? Like, I don't think you need to stare at fucking vaginas until you doze off and be like, yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm healthy. I'm doing all right. Yeah, why not? I mean, there's a few things here. This is just how I just literally write down. I go WTD joke, new line, and then I write down the thing or the idea or the concept in my phone, and then hope to God I figure it out. But man, writing jokes is hard. I'm a living proof. Let's see here. Let's see. A couple more things. What else? Porn's. This was stupid. I was in line at the bank, and like the guy, long line at the bank, right? Saturday at the bank. Everyone's trying to get in before, the weekends really getting going. And there was a guy right behind me who was chewing his gum super loud. Just chewing his gum. And like, I was just literally like, this is so fucking annoying. Like, as the guy was chewing his gum so loud behind me, I almost robbed the bank just to make it stop. Like that's like, I would rather just do that and deal with those consequences than have to be the guy that'd be like, hey man, can you like politely like, hey man, do you mind like just fucking not being a beast in public right now? So yeah, that's the kind of social anxiety I have, is I don't want to be rude, but I will commit a felony to get what I need. So I don't know, man, chewing gum in public. Let's see, what the hell else we got here? I don't even know, dude. A lot of these aren't even jokes. Like I'm saying, they're just like things that happen to me that I'm like, maybe I can pull something from this. I don't know. I was in an elevator at work. We're just rapid fire now. I was in an elevator at work, and actually 2 maintenance guys were waiting on the elevator, and I was after them. And so I get on with them, and they're talking to each other, and one goes to the other and goes, yeah man, I was looking at Johnny Cash tattoos the other night. And the other guy goes, who's that? Like legit, like serious. And I was just overheard this, and my mind was just like, am I crazy? Like, I know who Johnny Cash is. I feel like most Americans do. Are you kidding me? And this guy was like clearly older than me. I mean, I was looking at Johnny Cash tattoos. Who's that? I was like, am I supposed to chime in here? Am I supposed to be, my soft ass with the office job, gotta tell the maintenance guy, like, well, come on, but walk the line. Joaquin in the movie. I gotta explain to this guy who Johnny Cash is. That's like, I don't know what I had here, but it was like, that's like if I was talking to another office worker and I had to be like, can you, some guy was like, yeah, let's watch the new Lil Nas X video. And I was like, who's that? And then the maintenance guy had to be like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not even going to say that one. That was like this was like a 6 a.m. note that didn't even make sense. Shout out to Jack Fransman. He had a funny line here. He said, has anyone ever called you Bruce Arab Springsteen? Very good, Jack. Very good. Jack Fransman, everybody. To which all I had was the Baklava Boss. And he's from New Jalalabad. Like New Jersey? All right. Exactly. Not saying that. That is ridiculous. And then, I think we went through the rest there. So, hey, man, if any of those you thought were good, like, and by good I mean like fucking not like you would want to hear me kind of work it out again, maybe turn it into a joke or something a bit, please let me know. Please let me know, because I will, and if not, I probably will never say them again. So I really could use that. I really could. Cool, man. We did that. We did it. We're about 40 minutes in, so I think this is about a good time to, start wrapping things up here. Still getting the hang of this, so I appreciate you all, hanging with me as I figure out this new form. I enjoy it. I think it's fun, to have a direct line to you all and just share what I've been going through, what I'm talking about. And again, I am hoping to get a February interview out as well, so be sure to follow, like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification for that. Let me just go through my upcoming shows lists, if you guys are interested, for my stand-up comedy shows, me performing on stage, to come out to check out a show. So, on Friday, February 16th, I'll be at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology at 7 o'clock for their comedy show with my good buddy Eric Hook. We're bringing it to Rose-Hulman, so if you're in the Terre Haute area or know anybody at Rose-Hulman, definitely tell them to come out. So that's on the 16th. And then on February 23rd and February 24th, I'm going to be at the Comedy Attic here in Bloomington hosting for Sophie Buttle. Those are 4 shows, Friday and Saturday. You can get your tickets now at the Comedy Attic website. Very much looking forward to it. Had a great time there earlier this year. And Sophie Buttle, my whole thing is me and Sophie Buttle share 90% of the same first name. So, we already have a good connection. So, now looking forward to that. And then I'll be hosting at Hoppy Wobbles Pub, also here in Bloomington, on February 25th for our Sunday showcase, main show. We got Tony Foxworthy closing that one out. It's going to be a great time. Come on out. We got great comedians. And that starts at 7 o'clock on Sunday, February 25th. And we got March 2nd. March 2nd in Seymour for the Seymour Community Center. 6 o'clock, March 2nd in Seymour for Jest Fest Comedy Show. And then we'll leave the rest now. So if you want to know any more about those things or what I just said, you can go to my website. It's sohile.com. Literally, SOHILE.com. And for the shows, it's /shows. So sohile.com/shows to keep updated with those. All right, man. I appreciate you all. Shout outs now. Shout out to you all, to whoever is listening, is watching. I love you. Thank you. You're the reason I do this. And if you don't exist, then hey, there is no more reason. No. Appreciate you all. Everyone viewing, watching, subscribing, liking. I appreciate it very much. I want to continue doing this. I enjoy it. And hope to continue to bring you all great content as I continue my journey, man, in this life. All right. So shout out to you all. Shout out to my boys. Went to the trip on, right? Ethan, Trey, Yosef. We had a great time. Shout out to Dave and Jordan, Ethan's family, who allowed us to stay in Florida. We love you. Thank you so much. It was always a great time. And man, just thank you all. If you've ever come to a show, an open mic, supported me or my friends doing comedy, I really appreciate it. And just, keep it up. Share someone's content this week, lift someone else up, invite someone, check on someone, see how they're doing. I think if we all did that every week, we'd make a big difference. Okay, you gobsmack. What the hell? Cool, man. That's a wrap on this episode of the Sohile Ali Show. We appreciate you. Comment below, like, subscribe for all future episodes, and I will see you all next time. God bless. Real quick before you click away, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, comment below, and subscribe for all future videos. And be sure to check out these 2 videos right here. Hope you have a great one.